let's talk about rabbit holes. So, one of the biggest issues I see new sales reps hop into, and it takes about 90 days to get through the learning curve of what all we can do, what we can't do. So, in my first 90 days, I was in some of the same rabbit holes you guys were. And then after about 90 days, they become easily recognized, and you just laugh about them. So, if you're just getting started, you're going to find out that our customers have some really wacky, crazy ideas. They don't know shit about the old saying, they don't know shit from Shinola, applies on a major scale in remodeling. Pinterest ruined a lot of people. They see how people live in Malibu and Beverly Hills, and they think, oh, I can do that. Well, I got news for you, Susie Homemaker. You should have married LeBron, okay? Because your ideas are never going to happen with Steve from Office Max. So, Ma and Pa Kettles, who we sell to, we don't have LeBron James call us up too much, although I have sold Zig Ziglar's personal secretary a bathroom. I've sold Michael Strahan's parents a walk-in tub. So there's and I've met Judge Judy. So there's my celebrity news of the day. So, who's Zig Ziglar? Some of you are asking. Look him up. He's pretty cool. So, rabbit holes. Susie Homemaker's got some crazy, wacky, wild ideas. So, you get there, and now, I've been married before. I was married for a long time. And the reason I got divorced is because I didn't learn fast enough. You never win an argument. Okay? You don't win arguments. There's no victorious winner. Bam, 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 bam. You didn't get him. You didn't get her. You just get pissed off at each other. So, the customers don't let you win arguments either. So, as some of you heard me talk about watching the Denzel Washington hostage movie, words like won't, can't, and the big one, no, you can't say in a hostage negotiation. And the appointment is just like a hostage negotiation for the first hour, for sure. Okay? And if you've watched some of my previous videos about a pack of terrorists or band of terrorists having your family held hostage, this is a terrorist negotiation because you're trying to release your family by selling this deal. So that's another video. First hour. So Denzel Washington, you can't say no, motherfucker. You cannot say no. And remember, sales is the highest paid hard work. It's also the highest paid acting gig. Well, it's not the highest paid acting gig, but it's certainly it's a well-paying acting gig. So with that being said, practice. This is a great idea. Oh, how revolutionary. Oh, how cool. This is going to be exciting. Okay, practice it with your girlfriend, spouse, husband later. Oh yeah, honey, we really should invest in blank. Oh yeah, $1,000 purse sounds like a great idea. You would look great in that. Does this dress make me look fat? Trick question. Don't say no. No, it doesn't. That's the only time you use the word no. Okay. Don't say yes to that one. Now, first hour, it's yes. Okay. Customer, do you do the whole bathroom? We love full bathroom remodels. Yes. Write it on your Zig Ziglar talking pad. Do you do vanities? We do vanities. Yes. Do you do toilets? Toilets. Gotcha. Love it. You want one of the ones that flushes 25 golf balls so you can flush your giant shits out? Sure, we'll get that one too. What about tearing down that wall? See, I'm thinking about tearing down this wall, moving the plumbing. Oh yeah, that'll be really easy. Not a problem for the wizards. See how easy that was? You don't say no. You just, whatever crazy, wacky, stupid fucking idea they have, you just grin and say, yeah, the wizards got it. Yes, the wizards got it. The wizards got your back. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, we wouldn't be America's favorite bathroom remodeling brand if we didn't tear down walls, move plumbing, and make you happy. Mrs. Jones, we wouldn't be America's favorite bathroom remodeling brand if we didn't do refinishing. In fact, we've got a whole team, we've got a whole division called Finish Magic just for that very thing right there. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, we wouldn't be America's favorite bathroom remodeling brand if we didn't do tile. Okay? Tile's awesome. Let me ask you a question. Do you want ceramic tile or porcelain tile? Let me write that down. Do you know which method of tile you want to do? The old style with the chicken wire and the 4-inch mortar bed, or do you want one of the new modern thin set methods that was popular in the 70s and 80s and 90s and all the way up until today? Some of the people are still doing that one. It's very popular. You see that on HGTV. Or you want one of the membrane systems? Bath Wizard's got an exclusive membrane system. In fact, we've got a whole team of people, a whole division coming soon of just that very product right there. So yes, whatever you want to do, we can do. Now, that's in the beginning. And then over the next hour, and yes, I said hour, not 5 minutes, you don't instantly go from, yeah, we can do the whole bathroom to, you know, Mrs. Jones, we should really just concentrate on the wet area. No, they're going to think you're a moron. They're going to think you're a salesman. They're going to think you were there the whole time just to sell the wet area. Now, we as a company, we're more profitable right now in the wet area. But as we franchise out to the smaller mom and pop markets where the phone doesn't ring off the hook like it does now, where they're doing 1 or 2 projects a week, they'll welcome, and it'll be a lot smarter thing, and we'll do a lot more training with the installers on full bathroom remodels. But in the meantime, in the current business model where we end up in the wet area most often, we can't just go there. We've got to talk it out, talk it through. For instance, vanities. Okay, right now, if your customer wants us to do a vanity, there's nothing special about our vanities. In fact, who even knows where they're made? They could be made in a sweatshop in China because we haven't spent the time or the resources to set up the proper channels for our own vanities. Although it is in the works, it's not there yet. So right now, Mrs. Jones, the same Chinese sweatshops that are making the vanities that Home Depot has are probably the same ones we're going to do. Except we got to charge you 5 times as much. Now, with that being said, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, did you know that Home Depot has installation services on the vanities? And I hear they're not too shabby. Okay. Now, flooring. If anyone's ever installed flooring, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you've ever been around, or if anyone's ever worked around a painter that really knows his shit, okay. Now, I'll give you a secret about painters that really know their shit. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm up there with the good ones, but I'm a pretty damn good painter, okay? Not a Picasso, but room painting. I started painting so much working for my dad in that year that I worked building houses. We painted so many damn rooms, but that by the end of it, there was no such thing as needing masking tape. You're just tracing shit, going down walls, going around windows. And if you've ever seen a really good painter, a guy that paints nonstop, he paints from sun up to sundown, and he's been doing that for 20 years, and his dad was a painter. You go out to his van, he's got like 3 brushes that he's had since 1883 that have been passed down for centuries, that are premium horsehair brushes, that he has some ritual that he cleans them with every night. And he doesn't even need drop cloths. I mean, he could be painting for LeBron James's mansion, and he wouldn't even need a drop cloth because he would never drop a drop of paint. Okay, these guys are truly masters. That's who you really ought to hire to paint your bathroom. I mean, if you want the least amount of trouble. And flooring guys, our guys, if we do the flooring, we're making tools that do other stuff, rig them up to do stuff they shouldn't, okay? Because we're not going to go invest in a demo tool for every potential floor item in a customer's bathroom. We don't have enough room on the trucks for that, because we got enough room in our vans for just bathroomy shit, the wet area shit, okay? And we got a lot of cool tools in there. We got $1,500 tools that are just for making the valves crimp better, okay? The floor guy's not going to have the $1,500 crimping tool that we have. We have badass stuff for the wet area shit, okay? Now, a good floor guy's going to have a tool for everything, okay? Oh yeah, Mrs. Jones, I know just how to take that floor out. He's going to go out in his van, and in 10 seconds, he's going to have the floor out, and you're going to come back, and you're going to go like, where'd the floor go? Oh, I took it out, and by the way, Mrs. Jones, I went ahead and watered your dog for you, and I took the trash out. No, you come home and Bath Wizard's doing your floor. We don't have them all trained yet to do flooring the best. Now, you'll get a pretty good floor, but will you get an awesome floor that's going to last you forever? I put Bath Wizards guys on flooring kind of in the, I don't know. It's probably going to look good enough to sell the house, okay? But if you want to walk in and every day for the rest of your life have your floor go, oh, wow, the people that did this floor really knew their shit, okay? It's probably not us. Now, do you need to say that all up front? You tone it down a little bit, and then at some point you can lean in and you can just, I mean, customers are looking for service. Remember, we're in the service industry. They're looking for a friend. You hear the commercials for a friend in the diamond business? I don't know that much about diamonds, so if I'm going to buy one, I want to know about diamonds. I'll show you how this reflects in my own personal life. Yesterday at Bath Wizard, we've been on a quest in fact, I've personally been on this quest for 20 years, okay? Started using Google advertising about 20 years ago, and I personally did my own ads, okay? Then as new advertising mediums came out, I taught myself search engine optimization. I taught the very first day Facebook allowed advertisers. We were on Facebook, so I taught myself Facebook advertising. Each of those avenues became better and cheaper for a smaller operation than Google Ads. However, I've entertained Google Ads many times returning back in it in the last 13 years in the remodeling space. And every time I start to go down that path, I've lost touch with the day-to-days, and I keep talking to people and praying that they know more than me about it, and most people are in that space are just complete pretenders. Well, we've recently found the guy, or at least this is the guy that the guys go to. This is the guy that the guys go to. This guy lives it, breathes it, eats it, sleeps it. He can tell you more in 5 minutes about Google AdWords than another person could tell you by reading a goddamn book, okay? Now, same as with flooring, okay? Flooring, you want the guy that does nothing but flooring, even if his van looks like shit. In fact, if he's got a shitty looking van and he's probably got the hair long and maybe even talks like that. Mrs. Jones, I think I got it. Okay? You're looking for the guy that has just grown up with floors. His dad was in floors. His dad was in floors. You kind of want the Amish or the floor people with some shoes. That's who you want to do your floors if this is your forever house. Okay? And there's very few of those guys out there. Same thing being with your drywall. Oh my God. Finding someone that can drywall worth a shit is almost impossible. We have Bath Wizard guys working on our drywall around our showrooms, and it just drives me absolutely fucking bonkers. And it shouldn't drive me bonkers because I already know they're not sheetrock guys, okay? Because the only sheetrock guys I know, there's 2 sheetrock crews that I've known that really know their sheetrock. One was the Veenstras. Picture a van pulling up with really loud music, rock and roll, and then fucking hair down to past their shoulders. That's the Veenstras. And I think, like, literally one of them died while his wife was riding him sexually driving down the highway, or yeah, these are, and when they come to do a house, you can hear the music out the block, and they're fucking late, and they're fucking hungover, but when they fucking start laying rock, which is how they talk, hey, yeah, man, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna lay some fucking rock today. Fuck, dude. And then when they come in, they got fucking sheetrock on their head, and they can fucking spin it on their head. I mean, when they say they're gonna lay some fucking rock, they lay some fucking rock, and then every fucking thing is smooth, and they learned it from their dad, and their brother does it, and their dad's dad did it. And then the closest thing I've seen to the Veenstras is some Mexican guys coming down from Tulsa. Okay, they can sheetrock a whole fucking house in like 30 fucking minutes. Okay, that's a slight exaggeration, but these Mexican guys pull up in a van. There's like 30 of them that pop out of this fucking van, and they're nice, and they fucking just you know, they all sit around in a circle and put fucking beans on their burrito, and they lay out the fucking sheetrock, and like, you walk in and it's like, ah, because they got all the tools. They got sharp blades. They're fucking perfectionists. They're fucking specialists, okay? I tell it all the time. If you just found your wife dead and everyone thinks you did it, you don't want to shop around. You want to get the best fucking guy, and you're going to start asking around. Well, so with all that being said, at some point in the appointment, you lean in, and now you're the guy in the bathroom business. Mrs. Jones, let me tell you a secret. What you should do is hop on Thumbtack and look for a guy that does sheetrock, okay? And they do small sheetrock jobs, 2 or 3 of them a day, and when you do that many jobs, you can get reviews by the hundreds in a relatively short period of time. So you, even as a Susie homemaker without knowledge of 30 years of sheetrock and who's good and who's not, you can just ask your neighbors, okay? It's like Old Town, you know, it's like the coffee shop in the old days. Who around here does good sheetrock? Okay, that's Thumbtack. Okay. Who around here in town does good flooring? Okay, that's Thumbtack. So Mr. and Mrs. Jones, hop on Thumbtack. Let us do the wet area, because nobody, and I mean nobody, thinks about the wet area like Bath Wizard. And let someone else do the rest of the room. Save a little money, and shh. Don't let my greedy fucking asshole boss, Chris Doogie, hear that I said this.